Yeah, hello and welcome. My name is Uli Blennemann, and I'm having a wonderful guest today. It is Alexandre Poye. He's the designer of the brilliant board game Limit. This is a new board game by Ludonord, and Spielworks is doing the German edition of this game here. So, hello, Alexandra. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good as well now. And Alexander, please give us a little bit of your personal background, who you are, what you're doing for a living, and a little bit of your gaming background.
So my name is Alexandre Poye, and I am a father of two children. I'm 40 something. I'm a physicist, and as a hobby, I'm also a game designer. And board gaming, I played a lot of games since a very long time.
So you are an experienced gamer, right?
Yes, kind of. Be from video games to Magic the Gathering and TGC games, or role-playing games, or and all kind of games.
Yeah, wonderful. But what did you get you interested in the limits to growth World 3 model, and what is this model?
Um, the model is a model World 3 that is designed by Randers in the 70s. And this model was used to modelize the world as we knew it. And it finally simplifies the model into a 370 variable something. And it describes our full world and its evolution. It was used to make the Rums Club report, the Meadows report, to see what are the possible paths, possible scenarios of our planet. And I found this model so brilliant and beautiful in some sense, and how we can define this full planet in few mathematical variables and to extract some possibilities and understanding. And then when you see the beauty of all those equations, even if it sounds
Hmm.
strange, I saw there is some beauty. It's you want to share it because it's beautiful, but also you want also to share it because it's important. It's really the knowledge built into those equations are really important.
Hmm.
And I discovered this during my 20 years ago during my studies. And because I am a physicist, I make models. It's one of
Hmm.
my job. And then it's important. It's something important to share.
Yeah, wonderful. And you're now sharing it via a board game as well. Why a board game on this topic?
Kind of stupidly, it's because it is the only way I know how to share stuff. I know to do board games, so I did a board games. And okay, if I presume that if I was a movie director, I would have made a movie or something. But okay, I'm a game designer, so I want to speak about this model and I want to give it to people. So I design it, I reduce it to fit to the media, which is a board game. But
Hmm.
I am a gamer, so probably it's linked.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you decided to do a board game on this topic. But for you as a designer, what are the central thesis of the game?
Ah, I would rephrase a little the question if you
Mhm.
don't mind. There is no thesis. There is no hypothesis into the model. The model tries to describe facts,
Mhm.
make a correlation between variables about what we know. But I do not defend any point of view. You try to stay neutral. Equations are
Mhm.
neutral. If we add all the terms into the equation, that should build with honesty the description.
Mhm.
It is what we try to do. So finally, my thesis is more okay, try the game, try to experiment what you want, and drive your own conclusion. Just as a physicist, sorry, drive your experiment and build your conclusion and understandings.
Mhm.
So I don't say any proselytist point of view into this game. It's a toolbox. It's a sandbox.
Yeah,
Just write your conclusion.
yeah, that makes it really interesting. And I think the term toolbox, sandbox both describe the game very well. But did you have to add something to the model to make it into the board game? Did you add something?
Well, we removed part of thing because there is in the model World 3 there is 300 something variables, so which is definitely unplayable. So we reduced the number of variables drastically. And also the model have a macro point of view. It is a single set of equations for the whole planet. And we need to put players to this planet. So we decide to share the planet into pieces and give pieces of planet to players so they can play the full model. There is another possibility. We can share the model into part, but in
Mm,
this way, the player would only experiment the capitalism or experiment the population or experiment. Well, you don't have the big picture. You don't have the entertaining of the game, which is the entangling of variables, which makes the system really, really complex finally. And if you want to experiment on this system, you need to have all the pieces. But if you share the planet into pieces, you need to make interaction between pieces. And
mm,
then we need to add the war and the market because it is the only way human interact. You make trades or you make war with your neighborhood. So
mm.
we have those two parts, which are definitely not into the model.
Yeah, that makes total sense here and wonderful. So there is a group of players. They are sitting at a table. They are playing and enjoying a limit. And then the game after seven periods or seven, what is the term? Seven
We
different.
said generation because one turn represents more or less 20 years.
Yeah. So after that time, so the players have finished. So what would you like to see players are doing? Counting just victory points, or so? In your opinion, what is the perfect thing after a game of limit?
You are hitting my goal of the game, which make people experiment and discuss about what's happened into the game. And so far, with all the tests we've done, there is always a link between our real world and what's happened into the game. Some people will recognize some pattern in some country, will recognize some kind of politics, will recognize some kind of population treatment they have done,
Mhm.
and they can build some nice republic, or they can build a dictature. They can build what they want, and they will recognize what happened in reality and discuss with other players and see why they have done their go this way. Is it a moral problem? Is it a resource problem? Is it was they forced by other neighborhood behavior? And all this discussion is a geopolitical discussion
Yes.
on the whole world. And this is a link with the scoring because the scoring was a really tough problem for us. I said previously that the model is neutral. Okay, but
Mhm.
as soon as we said that this variable is make you earn some points, I said this variable is positive. If I said this variable make you lose some point, it is negative. Then I put some morality into the scoring.
Right.
Then we tried to balance everything to be equal in terms of politic sensibility and point earning. Um, I'm pretty sure that we fail to make a correct balance of morality because it's really, really difficult. However, I can promise to player of limits that we try our best.
Yeah. And it shows, and I think it's so important. It's such kind of game, a serious game, that people not do not immediately get up from the table and say, well, I have 70 points, you have just 68, but they discuss what happened on the table. And the game of limit invites players to do this, and that's why I think limit is brilliant. But final question, Alexandra, are you an optimist?
Ah, well, um, uh, if you look at the Meadows report and the recent readjustments that have been done to this model and the recent measurements done to compare this model to reality, it appears that for the 30 or 40 years of data we can add to comparison, the not really well scenario is going to happen to us. So in some sense, I'm not so optimistic. However, if I was a full pessimistic, maybe I should bury myself into countryside and raising carrots and chips. But I decided to make a game. I decided to make something to help people to see what this model is doing. So if I did something, I hope it have an impact. So if I hope, I suppose I am still an optimistic.
Yeah.
However,
That was a wonderful conclusion here, Alexandre. I do like this statement as well. And thank you for your time today and for this wonderful game. So have a great day. Thank you.
thank you for this interview. Goodbye.
Bye bye.